Good afternoon, bringing you the very latest of this lunchtime news on MTV Sports. I'm Punchani Edrisingha. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. European Parliamentary delegation visits the East. Two more individuals who arrived in Canada on board the MV Sunsea vessel deported. Aung San Suu Kyi to take parliamentary oath. Moving on to local news now. The European Parliamentary delegation, which is currently in the country, toured the Eastern Province today. According to the Ministry of External Affairs, the aim of the tour is to look into the EU-funded projects that are underway in the East. The touring EU delegation is also scheduled to hold discussions with the governor of the Eastern Province. The delegation will also hold discussions with the government agents in Batticaloa and Trincomalee. The delegation, which also includes 3 representatives from the European Parliament, is expected to meet the opposition leader and Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Earlier, the delegation met the Minister of External Affairs, Professor Chiel Paris. Moving on to other local news, the Canadian authorities are to deport 2 individuals to Sri Lanka out of the 492 refugees who arrived in Canada on board the MV Sunsea vessel.
The Canadian media reported that the 2 individuals will be deported to Sri Lanka following an order from the Immigration and Refugee Board of Canada. The decision to deport them had been made following allegations that the individuals were involved in human trafficking. So far, 19 individuals who arrived in Canada on board the Sunsea vessel have been sent back to Sri Lanka. Canadian media reports revealed that they have been deported due to their involvement in crimes including acts of terrorism.
Small-scale milk vendors in the Nuwara district have launched a protest stating that they are unable to sell their milk. Our correspondent stated that protesters had marched from the Maliappu Junction in Hatton to Sri Manikya Pillayar Kovil, where they engaged in a protest. A significant feature of the protest was the pouring of milk on the road. They have pointed out that as a result, 15,000 litres of milk is being wasted each day. The vendors have said that due to the excess production of milk, the companies that purchase milk have rejected their fresh milk. The vendors claim that as a result of this situation, they have been severely inconvenienced. We made inquiries in this regard from the Secretary to the Ministry of Livestock and Rural Development, AMT Kadragama. He said that he had received similar complaints from various other districts as well. He pointed out that as a solution to this issue, a program has been initiated to buy milk from the vendors directly through Milko, which is a government institution. 8 individuals have been arrested for excavating for ancient artifacts in a historic vihara in the Avariya area in Galewela. Police stated that the suspects were arrested while they were engaged in excavation work in an ancient pagoda of the vihara last night.
The attempted theft of artifacts had been carried out in a pagoda of the historic Avariya Rajamaha Vihara. The pagoda is believed to have been constructed during the region of Kingwala Gamba. The suspects are to be produced before the Dambulla Magistrates Court today. The Galewela police are conducting further investigations in connection with the incident.
5 members belonging to 2 groups involved in robbing motorcycles and 3-wheelers have been arrested by the intelligence unit of the Maravilla police. It has been revealed that the robbed vehicles were later stripped and sold as spare parts. The suspects, who were produced before the Maravilla magistrate and district judge, have been remanded until Friday.
Police had received information that the suspects were involved in robbing trishaws and motorbikes from various parts of the island. Accordingly, 1 suspect had been taken into custody from the Wahalapiti area in North Tandia together with the trishaw. The police stated that 2 more trishaws were found based on information revealed by the suspect. It has been revealed that the 3 trishaws have been stolen from Kalaniya, Gampa and Mavanal areas. The Maravilla magistrate had ordered the police to submit reports on the stolen trishaws. The police had received information that the chief suspect in the racket had fled the country. Meanwhile, 2 suspects involved in robbing motorcycles had been arrested in Vennapur. A few motorbikes have also been seized by the police.
The National Transport Commission has decided to use the Bastion Mawata bus stop as the starting point for all private buses travelling between Colombo and Jaffna. Chairman of the Commission, Roshan Gunawardena, said that various problems have arisen as a result of these buses starting off from different points. He stated that steps have also been taken to minimize frauds pertaining to the booking of seats on Jaffna-bound buses. The chairman of the National Transport Commission, Roshan Gunawardena, further stated that licenses have been issued to 155 buses to operate on the Colombo-Jaffna route. According to him, there are 48 buses which operate without license using the influence of certain individuals. He said that these buses are a hindrance to the others. Gunawardena stated that the Colombo-Jaffna bus service, which currently operates from Wellawatha, Kotahena and Bastion Mawata, will commence only from Bastion Mawata based on a timetable. A tense situation arose between a group of area residents of Vilachia in Anuradhapura and officers of the Police Special Task Force. According to the police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana, the tense situation had arisen when the Special Task Force officers tried to search an area believed to contain artifacts based on a tip-off. Area residents accused the officers of trying to destroy artifacts with the use of a backhoe machine. Even though the Special Task Force officers withdrew from the location, another group of officers remained in the location under the protection of the police. A senior police officer who arrived at the location then dispersed the crowd. The police media spokesperson added that the group of officers had conducted the search operation after notifying the relevant authorities. A Philippine national who is alleged to have possessed a stock of cocaine has been arrested by the Police Narcotic Bureau. Police said that the suspect had arrived at the Bandaranaike International Airport from Qatar early last morning. Information had come to light during interrogation that the suspect had swallowed the stock of cocaine. The suspect had been admitted to the Negombo hospital where 30 pills containing cocaine had been retrieved. Police added that the suspect is being interrogated on detention orders. Time now for a short commercial break. Moving on to sports news now. The West Indies women secured a 23-run win over the visiting Sri Lankan women in the first 2020 encounter played at the Kensington Oval in Bridgetown yesterday.
Batting first, the West Indies women saw Juliana Nehru contributing 22 runs and Deandra Dotting making 30 runs to give the team a positive start. Chanel Daly, who broke into the top 5 women's all-rounders list in the International Cricket Council Women's ODI rankings, continued her superb form by hammering 48 runs. Shashikala Siriwardena led the bowling attack for the Lankans by taking 2 wickets for 24 runs as the West Indies women posted 127 for 7 in their allotted 20 overs. The Sri Lankan women failed to make any substantial contributions as the Windies, led by Stephanie Taylor and Anisa Mohammed, who bagged 2 wickets apiece, ripped through the Lankan lineup. Shashikala Siriwardena top scored with 33 runs, while Prasadini Virakuri chipped in with 29 before the visitors were restricted to 104 for 8 in 20 overs to hand the Windies a 23-run win.
And that was a look at our lunchtime news today. If you missed out on any of our stories, do log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. Thank you for watching. Take care.